Amore has come out with the most incredibly natural bob. Hands down, one of the most natural bobs I've ever had on my head. Today we're going to learn all about Mira in the color Silverstone. My name is Denise. I am also known as heywigsister on Instagram and Facebook, and I am here with 𝖺Kwell to bring you this review of Mira. And I'm just going to say it, this wig is incredible. I'm going to rave about her, and she is officially on my list for maybe one of my next wig acquisitions in a different color, because I don't generally wear grays. I am so happy to show you grays, but I really would love to have this one in a color that I will wear. Now, 𝖺Kwell is both an online retailer and an in-person wig shop. They have 3, I believe, locations in Canada. They have one in the United States in Kansas City, and they just announced they will be opening one in the Dallas area in 2026, early 2026. And I know that they have plans to open many, many more. They've also, I think, recently launched their online store in the UK. So I don't know if world domination is on the list, but they're definitely doing an awful lot for the wig community. They have live sales online every week. They have an open box clearance section. Definitely check them out for a future purchase. Let's take a look at Mira from all sides. If you watch ዄKwell's content, if you're familiar with Amanda, I know this is one of her favorites, and so I've seen her share this one, and so when I found out that I was going to have the opportunity to show you this one, I was really, really excited about it. This has probably the most natural density you can have on a wig. It is absolutely, everything about this wig just screams realistic. The density, the hairline. Now, of course, on a gray color like this that's not rooted, you're not going to see any visible knots, but they've done such a good job with the hairline. This does have a hand-tied cap, and so that also contributes to the density. This is made with heat-friendly synthetic fibers, which I was a little bit surprised about. I guess I didn't realize that Amore has heat-friendly fibers. On a length like this, I love that, and I'll talk about that in a moment. This is inside the cap. We have a full mono top, extended lace that goes all the way into the ear tabs. Tough to see with the light colored cap. We have soft ear tabs, very soft nape, and Velcro adjusters, and it is 100% fully hand-tied. So there's no wefting on this one at all. It is incredibly lightweight. It weighs 3.4 ounces, but it feels like nothing. It is just incredible as far as realism and comfort go, and just overall impression of this one. If you have struggled with wigs, feeling like too much, you think they look wiggy, you think they look too poofy, and you've just not found something that feels natural, if you can wear a style like this, you'd be hard-pressed to get anything more natural. Now, as you can see, mine has more of a center part, but this can be parted anywhere that you want to part it on the top. That full mono top gives you parting flexibility. It just happened to come out of the box with a side part, but if you wanted to change that part, you can. Now, it's not going to change immediately. The fibers are going to want to spring back, so what you have to do is you have to coax them in the new direction. I'm kind of encouraging the knots, because each individual strand is tied onto this cap with a knot, and I'm trying to coax the knots to go in a different direction. Sometimes it will work just playing with it, and if that's not working, then you can take heat to this, since it is heat friendly. Personally, I like to use a hot comb for that. I have a video showing how I change the part on a wig, how I pluck the part on a wig. I'll make sure there are some helpful tip videos linked below, but here are my thoughts on heat friendly, and you can see now it wants to spring back. I know that heat-friendly fibers sometimes get a bad rap, especially if you're in some of the Facebook groups and you hear people talk about how challenging they are. Heat-friendly fibers are awesome, in my opinion. especially at certain lengths. Longer wigs that will rub up on your clothing a lot, those can be challenging to maintain because friction is what is the enemy, if you will, of heat-friendly fibers. But on a length like this, it's not really getting a lot of friction. It's not really rubbing up on your clothing. So I personally don't have issues with heat-friendly synthetics that don't rub up on my clothing. I think they last every bit as long as regular synthetic. And also straight styles are really easy to maintain because all you have to do is take a hot air brush to the ends to smooth them out should they start to fray and frizz. And you can refresh that over and over and over again with heat. I have a video showing how to do that with a straight bob that is heat friendly. I'll make sure that video is linked below. So honestly, I personally love heat friendly because they're not shiny. I think they look and feel really natural. So I'm really glad this one comes in heat friendly fibers, but if you've avoided them because you've heard they're challenging, I wouldn't worry about that as much on a style like this. I mentioned natural density earlier, so let's talk about density and volume and Permatease. Zero Permatease on this piece. Generally, hand-tied caps do not have Permatease, and it is so lightweight and so flat to the head. And if the wind blows, you are not seeing the cap. You do not have to worry about someone knowing you have a wig on. You can go out in gale force winds. You could have someone touch your head. As long as they're not like giving you a scalp massage with their fingertips, because then they can kind of feel the knots on the cap. If they're just touching your head, they're not going to feel this cap. It feels so natural. And when I got my first experiences with hand-tied caps, I found myself doing this all the time. After having worn regular caps, it was just mind-blowing to me how natural a wig can feel. And I just wanted to touch my head. I wanted to run my fingers through the hair because with some wigs that's really hard to do. So if you haven't had a chance to try a hand-tied cap and you can afford the price point because they are generally more expensive because they're more labor intensive, then I would encourage you to give one a try. And if you think Mira could be a good one for you and maybe there's a color, because there's a bunch of colors, not just this one. If they have a color that will work for you, I recommend this wig wholeheartedly. It's just a great casual throw and go piece. Let's talk about fit. So Amore in general has run small in my opinion. Over the years I've tried various Amore wigs and they've always felt a little small in my head. This cap feels like it's running true to average for the most part. I am getting a fair amount of cap up here. Can you see how much I can wiggle that? That just means I've got all that extra cap that bigger head than mine can fill out. And so I do think the cap, like the crown part of this wig, is definitely running true to average. And I am cinching these adjusters in, yeah, almost all the way, not quite all the way, but I have cinched them in a fair amount, and now it's really sitting a little bit more secure on my head. All my measurements are down in the description box below, so I do think this is running pretty true to average. You can be a fair amount bigger than me all over and have it fit you. You can tell I just can't stop running my fingers through these fibers. It's great. So average fit, low density, no Permatease, a really casual style. I mean, it's definitely more of a casual style. It doesn't look like you've spent a lot of time styling your hair. And we all need wigs like that. We do need the fancy wigs too, but we all need that throw and go everyday kind of no makeup wig that we can put on and feel confident and not feel like we're wearing a wig. This is that wig. Let's talk about this color, Silverstone. Just a gorgeous silvery gray. There's multiple shades of gray in this one, and it's blended with what they're saying is a dark brown base. I would say this is a borderline salt and pepper, but the pepper isn't really like dark. It's more of a brown. It definitely has tones of silver, gray tones, but it does lean a little bit toward the salt and pepper, if that makes sense. It's a beautifully dynamic, and look at the money piece. So they definitely have more of the white gray as a kind of a face framing money piece in the front. You can really see that right there, which I personally think is really attractive, and I think you could go either way with it being really natural or looking like maybe you get a little help from the salon with blending. I'm not really sure, but I have seen women whose hair is gray and then they've got like lighter pieces up in front. And I just think it looks really flattering, and having those lighter face framing pieces really brightens up our face as we get older. So I think they're well placed. Beautiful gray. If you like your grays and you haven't seen Silverstone, you should check it out. Let's get outside so you can see this one outside. I've got this wig linked below and a coupon code that will save you money on this and almost all the, I think it works on all the wigs at the website, but keep 𝖺Kwell in mind and Mira if you like styles like this. See you soon. All right, Silverstone outside. It's pretty cold out here. You're going to be able to hear Max's feet here in a second. I already filmed one outside look, and the crunching of him walking around on the snowy ground is loud. I didn't realize it was going to be so loud. Oh, maybe he's not going to walk around. He's literally standing at my feet right now. He has a ball, and he'd like me to throw it. Nothing stops that dog. All right, there you go. Hey friends, thanks so much for watching. Here are a few videos I think you might enjoy. Go ahead and click on one and watch.